State pensions. Will they survive the future? Imagine working your entire life paying taxes for decades, only to find out that when you finally retire, the state pension you were promised has either shrunk to almost nothing or vanished completely. Is that a realistic possibility or just fear-mongering? With government debts exploding, populations aging, and birth rates collapsing across much of the developed world, the sustainability of state pensions is one of the most important, yet least discussed, financial issues of our time. So today on Think and Get Rich, we're asking, will state pensions even exist in the future? And if not, what does that mean for your savings, investments, and financial independence? Quick question before we start. Do you think the state pension will survive by the time you retire? A brief history of state pensions. To understand where we're headed, we first need to understand where pensions came from. The first modern state pension system was introduced in Germany in 1889 under Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. It promised retirement payments to workers at age 70, later lowered to 65. At the time, life expectancy in Germany was only around 45 years old. In other words, very few people actually lived long enough to collect a pension, making it cheap and sustainable. Fast forward to the post-World War II era, and state pensions became the cornerstone of the social contract in developed nations. In the UK, the National Insurance Act of 1946 established a universal flat-rate pension. In the US, Social Security expanded rapidly in the mid-20th century. Across Europe and Japan, generous pension promises were built into welfare states. Back then, it worked. Populations were young, birth rates were high, and there were plenty of workers to support each retiree. In the 1960s, for example, the U.S. dependency ratio, the number of working-age people per retiree, was around 5 workers for every retiree. In the UK, it was similar. But today, those numbers are collapsing. The demographic time bomb is more than a looming worry. It's an urgent reality. People are living longer while birth rates are falling globally. In Japan, the fertility rate sits around 1.3 children per woman, significantly below replacement level. In the UK, it's slightly better at 1.5. In the US, it's 1.6. And across Europe, rates hover between 1.2 and 1.6. As birth rates dwindle, future generations will be markedly smaller. Meanwhile, life expectancy has dramatically increased, changing the dynamics of society. In 1900, the global average life expectancy was under 40 years. Today, it's around 80 in developed countries. Many individuals now spend 20 to 30 years in retirement, straining our pension systems. The dependency ratio is collapsing. The implications are staggering. In the UK, there are currently 3.5 workers per retiree, expected to fall to just 2 by 2050. Japan faces an even bleaker reality with around 1.5 workers per retiree, marking an unsustainable future. With only 2 people paying into the system for every retiree, can governments honor their promises? Now, let's consider another layer. National debt and fiscal pressures are mounting. Developed nations are running massive deficits, with the U.S. national debt surpassing $35 trillion. The UK's debt is about $2.7 trillion, nearly 98% of its GDP. Japan's debt stands at a staggering 260% of GDP, the highest in the world. Pensions constitute a significant portion of government spending, forcing tough choices ahead. Governments face a brutal choice: raise taxes on young workers, cut benefits, or borrow even more. None of these options are politically easy, leading us toward a complex future. Let's look at how different countries are handling the growing challenges of state pensions. Japan is the canary in the coal mine, with its aging population putting immense strain on its pension system. The government has raised the retirement age and cut benefits repeatedly, but a shrinking workforce makes the system fragile. In the UK, the triple lock guarantee raises pensions yearly by the highest of inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%. But with 2023 revealing a 7% wage increase, the system's sustainability is facing significant challenges. In the United States, projections indicate that the Social Security Trust Fund could run out by 2035, requiring cuts to benefits. Countries like France and Italy have faced mass protests over retirement age increases, despite the mathematical inevitability. This reality means that relying solely on state pensions is becoming increasingly precarious for the average person. Future retirees may face higher retirement ages, means-tested benefits, and shrinking payments that fail to keep up with inflation. Would you keep working into your 70s if it meant a more secure retirement? Building your own financial safety net is essential in today's world. Here's the good news. You don't have to rely on the government. Step 1. Save and invest early. The power of compound interest means that the earlier you start, the easier it is. Investing $500 a month from age 25 at a 7% annual return grows to over $1.2 million by age 65. Start at age 40, and you only reach about $300,000. Step 2. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your retirement hopes into one basket. Step 3. Maximize your pension contributions. Stocks and shares. ISAs offer tax-free growth. Step 4. Keep learning and adapting. The pension landscape will keep changing. This isn't just a personal finance issue. It affects whole economies. Older populations spend less, especially on big-ticket items like houses and cars. With fewer young workers, shortages in key sectors push wages up, but also hurt productivity. Younger workers may resent paying higher taxes to fund pensions they may never receive. Aging societies may shift from being net savers to net spenders. The pension crisis is not just about retirees. It will reshape entire economies. So, will state pensions exist in the future? The answer is probably yes, but not in the form we know today. Benefits will shrink, retirement ages will rise, and promises made in the 20th century will be quietly rolled back. Don't depend on the government for your retirement. Depend on yourself. Start saving, start investing, and start planning. The earlier you act, the more control you have over your financial future. Do you think your country's pension system will survive? Let's hear your perspectives. Your financial freedom can endure if you plan ahead.